this video, I, Mohamad Fahmi, Mohamad RIDHWAN, Mohamad IBRAHIM, AINATUL SOFIYA, HASLINDA, and SABRINA will be presenting Compare and Contrast for War House and Animal Farm. The first narrative that can be seen from both of the story is through the theme of courage to lead. In Animal Farm, courage to lead can be seen by the pigs who lead all the animals in the farm. Meanwhile, in War Horse, courage to lead can be seen in the scene where Major Jamie Stewart gives encouraging talk to the soldier before they engage for the battle. From both of the story, we can learn that courage is very important for a leader. This is because to be a leader is not an easy job, because we hold such a big responsibilities in our shoulder. Nonetheless, not everyone can give good cooperation to the leader. Therefore, a leader must show their confidence through courage in order to gain the followers' trust and loyalty to the leader. Other than that, the similarity that can be seen from both of the story is through the courage to survive. In Animal Farm, the courage to survive can be seen through the animals in the farm who still have the will to survive even though they have suffered living under John's care. Meanwhile, in War Horse, the courage to survive can be seen through Joey's will to fight for his life throughout the war and stay alive. From this, we can learn that courage is important to stay survive, especially when the world around us is trying to bring us down. This is where we need courage the most.
These two situations has one similarity, which is courage to speak up. Courage to speak up is really important for the greater good of others. If we can relate this straight to the situation nowadays, we can see that people around the globe are speak up for one particular man that they do not know who he is, and this thing has a long-term situation and also effect. Next is the courage to fight. From these two, we can know that courage to fight is really important because we do not know our enemy in the future. We don't know their strengths and we cannot retreat because of just that reason. If we can see the situation in nowadays, we can see that the frontliners are fighting the enemy that they did really not know who they are and what is their strength. So courage to fight help them to fight these things and also stay strong.
Both stories show us about relationship directly and indirectly. Mostly, all the relationship related to main character and side character. In War Horse, Joey has developed lots of relationship with main characters. Meanwhile, in Animal Farm, Napoleon has a well-built relationship with his comrades and other animals in the farm. The relationship in both stories seems so universal. We can see over a relationship, there's a lot can be happen. Things such as betrayal and passionate are the most obvious thing that we can observe and see. We can also see in both stories lots of unexpected things that shows change of relationship over many aspects. It shows that relationship is something that changeable according to situations. For the similarities, the author shows us that anyone can do anything in order to make sure the relationship safe. For me, relationship is important because from here we can see how hurtful betrayal can be and how deep relationship can be. Both stories got events that show how deep relationship can be and also how easy someone turning back their self in the relationship. So the authors want us to interpret the event ourselves.
Similarities and contrasts that I have found in both stories about a war. So both stories it depicts about the devastating and endless war that is happening around a similar time of frames. For instance, in A War of Horse, it tells us about the journey of the horse, which is Joey, into the First World War between France and Germany, Meanwhile, for animal farms, it tells us about the internal conflict that is happening among the animals, which related to Second World War, where militaries overthrew a leadership, which is Russian revolutions. For me, I personally think that people need to become more open and diverse for differences in opinions without having prejudice to one. For a bigger picture, a country need to become more open and accepting differences that one have in order for them to build a stronger relationships that are able to prevent a disputes that can lead to a war. Next, people should have courage to stand up against discriminations and injustice that are happening around themselves. They need to stand up for what they believe right and befitting to the country or society. So this will be able to make them become a more responsible citizens to ensure the peace of the world.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So for my part, I will be explaining about the contrast of point of view in both short stories, War Horse and Animal Farm. So what is the contrast of point of view that we can find from both short stories? It is between first-person limited POV and third-person omniscient POV. So, the writer in War Horse used first-person limited POV because he only focused on one character, which is Joey. Even from the starting of this short story, we can see the development of the character Joey. The story tells a lot about Joey, what he has been going through, what he has been doing, and so on. We can see every detail of the development of the character Joey instead of others because we see from Joey's point of view that he is suffering, that he is trying to survive, and what he has going through. While in short story Animal Farm, the writer used third-person omniscient POV because he does not only focus on one character, but every character that is involved in the short story, either it is major character or minor character. So we can see different point of view from different characters. For example, Boxer has his own point of view, Squealer has his own point of view, and Napoleon has his own point of view. So each character has his own stories, opinions, and perspectives. Hence, we should not only focus on one character but many because each of the characters involved in these short stories has their own point of view.
So, moving on to plot. For plot, for these two stories, it contains a totally different storyline from each other. For example, War Horse. For War Horse, we can see that the beginning of the story is a sad starting, which Albert was separated from Joey due to the war, and then they ended up being reunited once again in the war also. But it's different from Animal Farm because in Animal Farm, the animals seek revenge for the humans that have been taking care of them, but which in the end, the pigs ended up turning exactly like the human that they hated in the beginning of the story.